El brazo, para arriba. Más.
Oh shit! I've had a little bit of an accident here. Damn, this is gonna feel great. It doesn't really hurt right now, but this is the kind of thing that is gonna be a problem for a while.
And bring it, or he's gonna come.
That might need stitches.
We're just gonna. No, you'll be fine. Come in there.
It's pretty deep. Oh my god. This is how we know that cows can move quickly if they want to. Hello, Vida. We have come to take you back to the barn to treat the torsolo that has manifested in your eyeball area. Vita's been struggling with some teat warts. Always a battle to live out here.
This is for your mom.
There's a lot of struggle involved in being a farm animal in Costa Rica, mainly with parasites, sometimes with skin rashes and irritations, sometimes just with mud and rain. But Alanis don't give a damn. Come on. Hey, Vita, let's go to the barn. There'll be more treats in there. Come on. Wow. What charming creatures cows are. So charismatic.
So I am treating Vida for some verrugas, which are like herpes warts on her teats. Basically just massaging them with this liquid.
You're not injecting it.
No.
It just happens to be in a syringe.
Right.
Meanwhile, Vita is just licking these grains. As far as she knows, she's just here for a treat. But also a treatment. How do you think she got these verrugas?
It's from basically bovine papilloma virus. It's a virus that is spread through the herd. Her mom had this all over her body when we first got her. And hers cleared up after giving her a series of these injections, which I've already given to Vida. But hers haven't cleared up yet, so I'm doing topical now. And next route, if these don't get better, is I'm gonna actually do autohemotherapy, which is drawing like 20 cc's of blood from her jugular vein out and injecting into her muscles her own blood, which is kind of almost like a homeopathic treatment for the virus.
Wow.
So while we've got her, I'm gonna just go ahead and give her a little vitamin injection. Try to do once a month on the important animals, the female cows who are carrying babies or milking or what have you, just to make sure they've got all their vitamins.
all about food. Wow, Pepe's gotten much better at that over the past couple years. Injecting cows is not easy. Everyone anxiously awaiting her return.
She was gone all of 15 minutes.
Everybody was worried about her. There's Mama over there. Daddy right there. He's not really literally her daddy, but he acts like he is. He's the alpha of the pack. And the midwife.
Called a herd, not a pack.
Babysitter. Excuse me, the
They're
pack.
cows, not wolves.
The herd. All right, everyone's back together.
That's his hair.
Y'all can chill again.
Awkward face off. Okay.
So today we are at our friend Don Juan's house, helping him process cacao. He helps us out a lot, so it's always a cool opportunity to get to help him out too. He's a cacao farmer, and these are cacao pods. If you've never seen them before, they are really beautiful, and come in a lot of different sizes, shapes, and colors. And this is where cocoa and chocolate come from. So inside, this is what it looks like. These are the cocoa beans. Oh, and each one is actually wrapped in this very thin flesh that's really sweet and fruity. So here, open your mouth, try some. Yum. It's actually so good, and each one has a different flavor. So what we're doing is just opening them up and processing them. But I'm not an expert, so I'm gonna let Don Juan explain a little bit more about it. Esa parece muy feo, ¿no?
De madura pasó a seca por no.
Pero no es malo.
Bueno,
Es bueno.
se secó la fruta.
Ah, es mejor cuando se secan.
No,
No,
no.
no es mejor.
Puede perder calidad.
Sí.
Oh, okay.
Ujú.
So we're just taking all these cacao beans out of the pods, and you can actually suck the fruit off and eat it, and it doesn't ruin the process, as you just saw Pepe spitting seeds into this bucket, because the next step in the process is actually fermenting it. And so we eat a lot of cacao fruit while we're doing this.
So much our teeth start hurting.
Yeah, that's when you know you gotta stop.
Yeah.
What your teeth do what?
Start hurting. It's too much sour, too acid.
Have your teeth started hurting yet?
No.
Okay.
You gotta eat a lot.
Yeah.
Well,
Porque
they get so they do hurt.
el asunto es porque perdió la miel.
Sí.
Y entonces al perder la miel,
Pierde sabor.
se necesita la miel para que en el fermento
Claro.
la almendra salga con buen sabor.
Sin azúcar no se puede fermentar.
No se puede fermentar, no.
So our saliva actually, if anything, probably helps the breakdown process, no?
You would think.
But yeah,
Especially mine.
we're not really super sterile kind of people, so this is totally a process that we can be involved in. As you can see, nothing about this is remotely sterile. We use rusty machetes. This pile of cacao is sitting on the ground, and these are the buckets that we're
This is where it's done all over the world.
storing
gonna
the
say,
seeds in.
If you've ever eaten chocolate, this is what the process looks like.
Right, this is no matter how fine and refined the end product is, no matter how fancy or expensive the chocolate is or where you buy it, this is how the process starts in developing tropical countries where cacao grows and processed by small, well, not always small farmers, but
Yeah, except if you've eaten most mainstream chocolate, the process is a lot uglier and a lot of slavery and poor
Right.
working conditions.
Absolutely.
So this is actually,
the storybook version.
yes.
Que me consigan una botella
Ah, sí. Sí, yo quiero probar.
de vino. Tal vez tengan hecho.
¿Sí?
Sí.
¿Puede ser?
Porque el muchacho ya ha hecho un curso con Elina
¿Verdad?
de hacer vinos. Pero el interés de él es lograr esto. Sacando.
Sí.
Huele bien.
Wow. Huele, Coco.
Como vino.
Sí,
Increíble.
huele bien.
So these are the dried fermented beans,
Sí.
Huele como a un poco
secados y fermentados.
Hay gente que lo come así.
Ajá, sí.
Sí, hay gente que lo come así.
No me gusta.
Quiero
Yo
probar.
le vendí a un señor de Alajuela 12 kilos. Me estaba pidiendo 20 y era para comérselo así.
¿A qué sabe, Coco?
Muy
A mí me gusta. Es interesante y yo sé, por supuesto, que no te gustaría,
Right.
but I like them.
Es amargo.
Bitter coffee, bitter chocolate.
Es amargo.
I've had it before and I didn't like it.
Tan
that
mal
much.
no sabe.
It gets better as you chew it up. It's almost like the aftertaste is better.
¿Verdad, Pepe? Que tan mal no sabe.
Pepe no le llama mucha
No
atención,
me,
Coco
no me
sí.
gusta
pues.
mucho, pero... No es que es feo, pero...
Huele,
No,
ya,
no,
huele,
no.
Huele, huele.
huele,
Huele, ok, le voy a dar uno a Don Juan para que lo pruebe así. A ver.
Huele.
Oh, ay, ok, huélelo pelado, es puro chocolate.
Sí, puro chocolate es. Huele muy bien.
No,
Sí, es
de-
como
no,
chocolate.
oh no,
Oh,
que
¿por
no
qué?
lo huela.
No,
Turn
ya,
it around,
ahí
turn
va,
it around.
La parte pelada.
Ajá,
Sin
huele.
cáscara.
Ok, huélelo, Coco, huele esa parte.
Sí.
Okay.
Pero no, I can't smell very much.
Oh. They're taking
So ever
back
since
up.
COVID, I never really got my smell back.
Wow.
Por allá, por dentro, por toda parte.
So here is the cacao tree, full of fruits. Check this out. They grow like right off of the branches in some cases, or like right off of the trunk even. They look like Christmas ornaments. So pretty.
Solo quitarle la cascarilla ya.
Oh God, everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
So that ended with a bang.
super fun and
Classic
very,
Coco fashion.
very relaxing until I almost cut my thumb off, but fortunately I didn't. It's not as bad as it looks. Looks pretty alarming, but pura vida. We're gonna go home and doctor that up and continue on with our day.
God, you didn't cut your thumb off.
Oh yeah.
Just talking. La 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 la.
Everything is fine.
Cut the thumb.
Everything is fine. Could always be worse.
So I'm gonna go play doctor as per usual.
All bandaged up, all is well, and we're about to eat some eggplant parmesan. Nothing more healing than some good homemade soul food. In case you didn't know, Pepe's dad is Italian, and so he really knows how to make delicious Italian food. And this is one of his specialties, and we actually recorded him making it, and we have the recipe, so we're gonna post a separate video about that. But for now, we're gonna eat lunch. Thank you for stitching me up, babe. Welcome.
Buen provecho.
You're closer than usual. This is a rare gift. That doesn't mean it's gonna be any easier than usual. So I will withhold my excitement.
Blanca. Venga, venga, venga.
The evening routine to go get the animals, the cows, the goats, the sheep, has always been a thing. However, as the years go on, it kind of compounds, I've noticed. And this year, I've really noticed how fucking hard it is to navigate these pastures with the amount of rain that we get. And how much resistance there truly is every step of the way as I'm trying to
Gather the animals and make them move in a certain flow to a certain place. They're just like,
and it's
they
like,
do not do that.
Every time it's brand new information. They don't understand what's happening, what I'm doing, why. So it's usually not so frustrating for me. I take it in stride. I usually hit the ball before I go out and just sort of laugh through it. But this time I was focused on a task. I had to get out of here. I had to get to town because the stores closed at 5 and I really needed to get to the farm store and the vet. And of course, chore time is right around 4 usually. So it's just I had to go a little bit earlier and everyone was behaving horribly. Yeah, so it was all just bubbling up, and every step of the way it was the rope's getting caught in Blanca's foot, it's getting wrapped around Luna's leg. Our horse ended up stepping on the rope after I got, almost to the exit, almost to the gate with the animals.
Yeah, Alana's stomped her hoof down on the rope and was holding it. But all that stuff is so typical.
I'm slipping through the mud, trying to crawl my way out of the pasture.
And it's always either pouring rain already or it's about to start pouring rain, which adds this huge layer of drama and difficulty to it.
Yeah.
And right now we're in the very climax of the rainy season, so it's very intense, and sometimes your boots literally sink all the way down into the mud as you're like sloshing through these swamp pastures.
And the calf, you know, the calf got born, she was delivered, she met us, she was like very calm and chill, and you know, we would go up to her and pet her, and then they always like arrive at this stage where they're just like wily as hell, and every time they see you they're trying to like dart away, they're sprinting around the pastures, they're kicking. You're like the axe murderer every time you come near them. And so getting her used to coming up to the barn without Blanca has been a bitch. So she, I mean, it's like 100-pound Great Dane.
On a leash that is
Balls
not
to the
leash
walls,
trained.
like trying to get away from you at all costs, like the entire way up the mountain. So it's trying on
And then-
one's patience.
You add the goats and sheep to that, as you see, we walk them all at the same time, and the goats and sheep don't cooperate at all. And so some of them have to be on ropes so that they don't just run off and like dart off in different directions. And so it's just a lot of chaos and like a lot of movement
It makes me
in all different directions as we're trying to get them to move to a certain place.
It makes me want to like set up the most elaborate super highway system of electric fencing, like a roadway system of electric fencing, so that the only option is to keep going, moving forward, and walk straight ahead, or else you're gonna get shocked, because it's just like insanity every time we try to go anywhere. So systems are still very much in their infancy. We're trying to figure it out still. We're trying to learn how to be better managers of the animals and make our life not such hell those 2 times a day when we have to move to different places. But yeah, you're along the journey with us. We're just figuring all this shit out. So yeah, thank you for supporting and allowing us this avenue to record these things, and then the chance to laugh at them afterwards, because no matter how horrible of a mood you're in or how frustrating it is in the moment, you know that watching it back afterwards is like, that was actually hilarious. And it kind of makes the process as you're going through it doable and manageable, because you're like, well, this is gonna make for great content for hopefully people to watch, but also for us to look back at and be like, oh damn, I should have done this, or haha, that was super weird, like why did I do that? So yeah, it's been fun. It's been a really fun season of doing this. We got enough footage. So that was a pain in the ass, as always. Normally it's a bearable pain in the ass because I'm not in a rush, but today I'm in a rush because I have to make it to town before the stores close, because everything closes here around 5. So the animals were not cooperating at all. The mud was not cooperating ever. So anyway, we made it back to the barn, scooped the last bit of poop. Gotta harvest some botón de oro for Blanca to eat overnight. We just saw some really cool monkey action, so that kind of made things a lot better. We don't normally see that amount of monkey action, so yay.
And while we're keeping Blanca in the barn, she has decided that she doesn't want to eat the hay that we bought for her. So every single night we have to harvest special food for her. So that's what we're doing right now. Last thing before Pepe has to go to town, we're squeezing it in. About to chop down some special grass for you and some botón de oro. So eat up, Blanca. Cool. We're gonna pluck every single one of these leaves off of her, because if we don't, then she just throws them all over the floor, stomps them into her shit, and doesn't eat them. So we have to make it into a salad. Pepe seems to have lost his machete. I think he's losing his mind also. Eureka. Our chicken friend, the one who pooped her butthole out, unfortunately still not doing well. We're having to keep her in this cage and away from the other chickens, and we've also been keeping her in this shed to limit how much daylight she gets, because we read that if they get enough daylight, they'll lay eggs, and we're trying to get her to stop laying eggs, but she still has been laying an egg pretty much every day.
Not so much every day.
Okay, well, she's laid a few eggs, and we really don't know what else to do. We've been giving her anti-inflammatories, we've given her antibiotics, which is what the vet recommended, and also have given her an anti-parasite. So we're thinking maybe we'll just release her to walk around the farm, but still keep her separated from the other chickens and just hope that things get better. It's the thing in farm life. There's always stuff going on, and it's hardly ever a day that everybody is 100%. So we just have to keep telling ourselves that everything is fine, keep doing our best. Right, Lola? We always do our best. Lola just started her period today, and she's still doing her best. Right? She hasn't missed anything. And that's very inspiring. So that pretty much wraps up season 1. It has been quite an interesting season. Actually more chill than some seasons we've been through on the farm, because Pepe's parents were here helping us, and they just left, and that was a theme, but we got some things done. You saw us build an aviary. You saw us fix our rat problem, mostly. We graveled that path by the house. We went on an amazing vacation. What else?
Finished a huge fencing project down at the bottom. New goat pasture.
Made some major headway on just containing the animals.
Successfully had our second farm birth. Blanca became a mother again. We got to hang out with our awesome favorite neighbor, Don Juan, a couple times, like more than usual. We've been missing him, so that was fun. Yeah.
And we also just learned how to vlog. You know, we started doing this with a little experience from like filming our life for Instagram, but this was different, and I had to learn how to just fit that into my life, and how to use video editing software, and to think about how to put all this footage together in a way that kind of seems like a story. So that was the thing. And
on top of like managing
actually
a farm and trying to teach yoga classes and trying to work with clients, like the week goes by super quick these days.
Right, so that was a lot. And but we really got into a rhythm of getting the footage, editing it, and posting it. And so we really are looking forward to season 2. And some things that we already know are going to be different about season 2 is the weather is changing. So you see this beautiful lighting that we're in right now. That's going to be more common in this next season, because from about January to about March, April is dry season, and we get a lot more summertime weather. Sometimes during the dry season, if it's a true dry season, it hardly rains at all for 3 months. So we're super stoked about that.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
We're about to go on a little vacation to the Blue Osa, Yogi Aaron's famous yoga retreat on the Osa Peninsula. And we'll try to get some footage of what we do there. But we're also in season 2 planning on building a greenhouse on the backyard to keep it from turning into a swamp, and to have an area where we can cultivate plants during the rainy season, because often it rains too much for baby plants, and like certain plants need to be covered. So that's going to help us to be able to grow more things. We are going to have a lot more baby animals born on the farm, we think. Probably another cow, and I don't know if that'll happen in season 2. That might be further out, but
some baby goats for
baby
sure.
goats for sure. I have a really exciting thing happening. My first in-person little yoga retreat happening at the Jungle Neighborhood over in the Dominical area. So maybe I'll be able to make some footage about that. And
Dominical is like the closest beach to us.
oh my God, though, one of the biggest and most epic things in season 2 is we're going to be getting residency. We started that application process 2 years ago or something. Like, we started 2 years ago gathering all that paperwork, and man, has it been a painstaking process. And we finally got that application fully appropriately submitted a few months ago, and so any day now we should be hearing back from immigration about our status and what to do next. Pretty anxious about that getting wrapped up. And finally, I don't know if this will be the end of season 2 or the beginning of season 3, but we are going on the biggest and most exciting vacation of our whole relationship. We're going to Italy for my birthday in July. Pepe bought us tickets to see my idol, Avril Lavigne, in Milan, Italy. So can't believe we're doing that, but we're going to spend 3 weeks in Italy. Still got to make our plans for that, but that's happening.
This is like his ultimate pilgrimage. If y'all know what Spotify Wrapped is, it's like your listening details for the end of the year for like the whole year. And Coco was in the top 0.05% of listeners of Avril Lavigne.
It's a serious thing.
If anyone has any connections to Avril, let her know that, and let her know that we're going to Milan to see her so that we can meet her.
This is a big year for Avril Lavigne because it was the 20th anniversary of her first album, Let Go, and she remastered it and also released probably her best album yet, and I was obsessed with it, of course. Very super duper excited about it and listened to it just pretty much nonstop. So, but we want to know from you, what would you like to see and learn about on our farm or in our life in season 2? And we would really love it. It would really make us really excited and inspired to make these episodes if you leave some comments about what you would like to see. And we would really appreciate that.
Or what you just want to know. Maybe you don't want to see anything in particular, you just have questions for us. We can do a little segment where we just answer some questions about us.
And if you really want to get intimate with us, or really want to get to know us, then join our farm family on Ghost, and you will get not only deleted scenes and bloopers that we don't release publicly, but also we will put you in our Telegram chat and we can stay in touch on a regular basis. So if you're interested in that, it really helps us out. And even if you're not doing that, please subscribe. There's some stuff going on around us with birds. And anyway, please give us thumbs up, drop comments on these videos, and subscribe to our channel. And we will see you again very soon in season 2. Thank you so much.
See y'all.
Everything is fine. She was hoping she checked. Poor Boo Goo.
She's awkward. She doesn't know how to play with other doggies.